just happened? What did our government just try to do to us? Our rights were almost forfeit without our knowledge or consent. How can such a thing even take place in a country like Canada? How could we not have been aware of a piece of legislation that would so severely impact us all? I'll tell you how. Our government has taken it upon themselves to speak for us and to think for us without asking us.
Yeah!
Isn't our government supposed to work for us? So why isn't this working for us? The government's actions in regards to Bill number 82 did not represent the democratic country in which we live. Apparently, the leaders of our government need a lesson in democracy.
Yeah! Looking right!
A democracy is a form of government in which the people either directly or indirectly take part in governing. The word comes from the Greek meaning, rule of the people. The people were not even consulted, let alone ruling, in the first two passings of Bill number 82. And if the government had had their way, you would not have been consulted at all. This is your society and this is your future. So what say if you hadn't it lately? Our government should not control us. We should control our government.
Yeah!
Our government should represent us. The fact that we have had to come to stand here today and protest is proof that somebody up there has not been doing their job. A lot of somebodies. You should be scared. Scared that a bill like this was going to be slipped under our noses. Scared of what else they have been keeping out of our view. Our government needs to take responsibility for their misrepresentation of we the people. Bill number 82, the Civil Forfeiture Act, is clearly inappropriate for the Yukon and it must be terminated. This is our territory, our future, and our say.
Yeah! Right on! Yeah!
Thank you. I would now like to introduce Michael Hochelet.
Micah!
Right on. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. I know a lot of you out there in the crowd, and I've just written a speech that I think sums up what I think about what's going on here completely. Okay. Since Canada's conception, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms has always been the fundamental building block of our legal system. Both this document and the legal system that it represents were the culmination of hundreds of years of bloodshed, political action, and the life's work of some of the bravest people in history. This Civil Forfeitures Act is the most insidious and socially dangerous piece of legislation ever brought before this territorial government. This act opens the door for abuses of power on a scale unprecedented in this territory. Effectively, it circumvents your Charter of Rights. First, by claiming territorial jurisdiction, this act directly encroaches on the field of criminal law, an area that Canada's Constitution assigns to the federal government. Second, in true mockery of Canadian law, it reduces the standard of proof from proof beyond a reasonable doubt of 90% to proof based only on a balance of probability of 51%. That means by this balance of probability, 49% of people they're going to go after in this act will be innocent, basically. Third, even if acquitted of a criminal offense, you may nevertheless forfeit your property. Lastly, in this country, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, according to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal. That's a direct quote of your Canadian Charter of Rights. So.
Yeah!
Thanks. Under Bill 82, this Bill 82 proposal, the relationship is reversed, meaning there would be a presumption of guilt. Therefore, the onus would be on the property owner to prove their innocence in order to get their property back. Another